I'm Mary O'Brien, Director of Community Education for the Hastings Public Schools, and this is another edition of Unity Through Community. We hope you enjoyed our out of the studio edition last month where we were over at Tilden Community Center. I heard a number of people say, I never knew that you did so many things there. And I'm glad that now you know that we do so many things in community ed. And actually my favorite was that one of our school board members who is 50 plus stopped by and signed up for the senior center. He said after seeing it on TV. So that's great. So remember, you can do that. Actually, that's a great Christmas gift for someone in your life who's 50 plus. If you're thinking, what do I get my grandma again this year? You know, I've already given her enough socks and basters and all the other fun stuff that we give our grandmas, you know. Unless you're a little person and you're drawing her a picture, which grandmas love. I have all those up all over my house. But a senior center membership is, first of all, inexpensive. It's $12. Then they will get the senior center newsletter every month that tells them all the great things that are going on up at our senior center program. So if you're interested in doing that and getting a membership for that loved one in your life who's age 50 plus, all you have to do is call 651-480-7689 and the wonderful receptionist will help you get a senior center membership. We also have in our Welcome Center at Tilden a number of beautiful handmade crafts. Some of them have a holiday bend to them, some of them don't necessarily, but again, if you're thinking, boy, what would I get for somebody that they would really like? Right now I know we have some mittens, we have beautiful dish towels, which, by the way, if any of the O'Brien children are listening, Mama always likes new dish towels because they get dirty and icky. There's some jewelry up there, beautiful, beautiful quilts and hand crocheted and knit baby blankets. So come on up. The Welcome Center is open every day from 9 to 4, and the things are so reasonably priced. So think about that for your holiday adventure as well. And then finally, many of you know John and Diane Fox, members of our Hastings community, and John and Diane are like Mr. and Mrs. Santa Claus when it comes to Christmas. I had heard this when I came to Hastings about what the Fox house looks like, and I thought, oh, it can't be like that. And last year I had an opportunity to go over there. Holy cow, every room is decorated, has a different theme, just beautiful, beautiful things that they have been collecting over the years. Both of them enjoy doing this. And they are so kind to share a small part of one of their collections of Christmas drolleries with us in the display case. They are just exquisite. So stop by, another reason to come to Tilden. We're at 310 River Street, and you can always check out online what we're doing at www.hastingscommunityed.com. We have classes going on between now and the end of the year, and then you will receive our new winter-spring catalog, believe it or not, at the end of December, before the end of the year. So we hope that you'll consider maybe a gift of a senior center membership, a class gift. You can give people gift certificates, or just come on over to Tilden, enjoy the fireplace, and take a look at what we have for you there. And so we also are out and about in the community over the holiday season, and probably our biggest group of community center participants or community ed participants that are out and about in the holiday season are our young people, and we are so blessed to have two people who love working with our middle school and high school students. Amy Rowan.
Hello.
From the Hastings area YMCA, and your official title is?
Let me take a breath. Day Camp and Outreach Program Director.
Day Camp and Outreach Program Director. And the day camp is Camp Spring Lake.
Yep.
And we'll talk here in a minute about how you use that camp in the winter as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's cool. And then my friend Sara Lawrence,
Hi.
who is our Youth Enrichment and Youth Development Coordinator for Hastings Community Education. And both of these ladies served Hastings in a different capacity once upon a time. They were part of our Promise Fellow program at the middle school. And I'm so thrilled, and this whole community is blessed that you're continuing to bring your talents and your energies and your passion for making a difference in the lives of our youth back to the community in a different way. So why don't you tell me what are some of the things that the kids are going to be involved with in these next couple weeks in December?
We have a ton.
We do. And, you know, first of all, I just need to say that this is one of my favorite times of the year,
Absolutely,
working with
for
our
sure.
students, because they're on the ground in the community, they're out there doing amazing things, and it's such an awesome opportunity to engage our kiddos. So we do have quite a bit coming up. So do you want to chat about
Yeah,
what's
why don't
coming
I
up?
take on the holiday extravaganza? This
Yeah.
is a super fun thing.
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza!
There it is. There it is. You gotta say the word the right
do,
way.
you do,
Yes,
you're right.
absolutely.
So on Thursday, December 1st from 5 to 7 p.m., we are going to have Santa is coming, and he will be there from 5 to 7, and you can register. We'll have different things happening out there. We will have
Out where?
some food out at my favorite camp, Camp Spring Lake.
Okay. Yes.
It's only 10 minutes from Hastings. It's my summer home. It's where I spend all summer long,
Okay.
all 12 weeks, 65 days, and
Not that you're counting.
not that I count down
And
at all.
did you move in a cot this year?
No, didn't move in a cot
Ah.
this year. Didn't have to stay out there. We were good. It was iffy there for a minute,
Yeah.
but we're gonna have on Thursday, December 1st. We're gonna have hot dogs and cocoa, s'mores. Santa will be out there.
Yep,
We're
yep.
hoping some people dress up as elves. Some of my staff from the summer will be out there, so there'll be counselors running amok. It'll
We
be a good time.
are keeping our fingers crossed for snow,
I know.
watching
Okay.
the weather.
We are.
Yeah, and we do have a backup plan just in case.
So
So
won't be as magical.
it won't be as magical as being out at
It'll be
camp,
okay.
but it will be at Tilden if
Yeah.
it is necessary because of
If the
rain.
weather's bad and you
Yes,
can't
correct.
get out there.
But we'll
or-
communicate
okay.
with everybody that's registered
Yep.
if
Okay.
that happens.
And we'll be able to have, hopefully, no rain, no wind. We
Yeah.
will be able to have s'mores out by the fire.
Great.
And Santa will be there, and he'll hopefully have time to read some stories to the kiddos. And
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be a really awesome event. And what I
Nice.
really love about this too is this was really kind of piggybacking off of our Halloween, our community Halloween party, because this is another event that we're putting on as Hastings Community Ed, the YMCA, and Parks and Recreation. So
Right.
it's another awesome partnership that we're really excited, to be working on a project again
Yeah.
Cool.
together. So.
And so you have some arts and crafts projects too, you said?
Yes.
And then are
Yes.
you doing hot dogs outside or inside?
we will probably do them inside because the fire will be busy with the s'mores.
Okay.
So we'll probably do them inside. But my summer home has a full kitchen, so
Oh,
we'll be able
nice.
to cook and everything
Okay.
out there. It'll be really nice.
Okay.
And then they can choose to eat inside or go outside by
Wander
there's
around,
picnic
yep.
tables. There's lots
Sure.
of cool places.
Okay,
Little-
so how much
yeah.
does this cost?
$10 per child, and adults are free.
Oh, even better.
Right?
Adults are free, yeah. Yeah. So, and it's one of those things that you can't just drop your child off.
Correct.
You're
Right.
expected to be there.
Right.
So
You do
that's
need adult
not
chaperone.
expected to be there, but it's a great family event.
Absolutely. Yep. We have a lot of families signed up. We just looked at the list today, and
Yep.
there's a lot of families from our community that are signed up and excited for it.
And still room.
Yeah,
There's
oh,
still
yeah,
some
there is
room.
still
so
some
if you're
room.
interested in signing up, you can contact the YMCA and get
Okay.
your kids registered.
Okay, so registration for this event is at the YMCA, not at Hastings Community
That's
Ed.
correct.
Okay,
Correct.
but if you call Hastings Community Ed, the lovely secretaries will
Absolutely.
give you the
Absolutely.
number
They are
over
the
to
loveliest,
Y.
aren't
Yes.
they?
Yeah.
They can, otherwise, you can also sign up online at the YMCA website.
Oh, okay.
There's a link right there that you can just sign up.
Okay.
online.
Also, there's going to be photo opportunities with Santa. So with your ticket, you get a designated time set aside to take some pictures
Okay.
with Santa.
Okay,
So-
and you take the pictures yourself. There's
Yes.
not a
Correct.
photographer or anybody
have to
out there,
worry
so
about
just bring
paying
your,
or anything.
your
Yeah.
camera or your cell phone and
That's
you,
right.
you
Yep.
go from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were talking about dressing up as elves, I just have to do a little aside story.
Okay.
When I just really like this. And actually one of my friends sent me a picture of this when I was in grade school. My grade school was kindergarten through 8th.
Oh, sure.
I mean, that's,
Like,
back in
yeah.
the days when you walked through the prairies to get to school.
Uphill.
Up hills.
Both
Both
ways.
ways in the snow.
And so we had a little club that was, trying to do some community service activities, and we went out to, I think it might have been an orphanage. I mean,
my.
I'm telling you, this was
This is 1912.
pretty close. And we dressed up as elves, and what we did
That's
was we
cute.
took, but what
That
we
is
did was
cute.
we took pillowcases and dyed them either green or red,
sure.
and then we just cut out a little thing.
Fully committed
You
to
could do this.
Yes.
I could do this. I could get a king size pillowcase.
Okay.
And then cut it out here, cut it out there, and then we cut
So you're
the
saying
little.
you're volunteering. That's what I'm hearing
That's
you
great.
say. You'll
Well,
be there
yeah,
with
but
your
I'm just
pillowcase.
putting this out there for someone in the
Oh,
community
okay.
who
All right,
might,
I
as
thought
a
it was
family,
you.
might want to
Sure.
dress.
Yeah.
And then you cut the little peaks in the bottom, and then we sewed on jingle bells. How cute was that?
That's really adorable.
Do you still have yours? Could come
no.
out if you want.
No, no. I
right.
still have my Girl Scout stash with all my badges
That'd
from
be
that.
weird. Yeah, no,
I know, I
no.
did. I kept that. Yeah.
I've got
yeah.
my brownie.
Do
I
ya?
think I have mine too somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear it.
It's
but
real.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, all right.
Okay.
So the extravaganza one more time. Thursday,
Yes.
December 1st, 5 to 7, $10 per child.
Still
The
room for registration.
extravaganza.
I don't know
Still room
Still
for
room
registration,
out of
so.
Camp Spring Lake Park.
No,
and
not park. That tricks
just
people.
Camp Spring Lake.
Camp Spring Lake, because it's not
Day
Shars
camp.
Bluff. Yeah,
Day
Day
camp
Camp
Spring
Spring Lake. So it's not
And-
Shars Bluff. Keep going. If you see Shars Bluff, you can wave, but keep going
Yes.
and go on Pine Bend Trail.
And if you ask Siri, because I did last week,
Okay.
And did
she
she
will
know?
take you
On
there.
a smartphone.
Day
She
Camp
will.
Spring Lake. She'll take you right to where you need to be.
Excellent, because I was going
Perfect.
to ask, if you Google it, you could find out,
13690 Pine Bend Trail, Rosemont, Minnesota 55068.
not that you know that by heart.
Not at
Okay.
all.
All right,
my
and
summer
so, and then just to contact the YMCA to register for that. So that's coming up pretty quick. I
Yes,
mean, it's
it
pretty
is.
amazing to know
Yep, we're
that,
getting things together
yeah,
now.
yeah, that it's right around the bend. So,
It is.
okay, all right,
Even though it's
All right.
58 degrees outside.
today.
I know. It's so.
bummer.
You know, I remember this one year, though. Of course, now
Is it
I'm
the same
telling
year
all
as the
my
elves?
old story. No,
Oh.
no, but I did. There was in 1965 or 66. There was a huge blizzard in Chicago, and I had to walk home from. I did have to walk home
Both
through
ways.
the snow from my high school.
That happened to me Halloween 91. I was a little
Yeah.
mermaid and I could like.
I still remember that. I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, go ahead. What's next?
All right. So, what do we want to talk about next?
You should talk about this guy.
I feel like I'm going to talk about this.
What a great
Okay,
idea.
I like this. I like this idea. Next week. It's next week, right?
Yeah,
Next
a week from Thursday.
A week
Yeah,
from Thursday.
They go to this and then
They
a
go
week
to
later.
this and then a week later. So if you're worried about Thursday nights, we got you set for 2 weeks.
Yes, we do. We have so many fun things happening. It's the holiday train, and this is a super. I mean, this is such a cool event that happens here in Hastings. And a small fact that I don't think a lot of people know is that a certain dollar amount has to be raised in order for the train to stop in your community.
Really?
Yes. So because Hastings is so fantastic and really is very generous with their giving to Hastings Family Service, that's why the train stops here in Hastings.
Oh, so it's a donation
Educating
to Family
the public.
Service. It's not a
right.
donation to the train people.
That's right. So every community that the train stops in, they're raising funds for the food shelf in that specific community. So just really cool. I love that.
I love it
that.
too. It is cool.
The holiday train is coming through next week on Thursday, December 8th, and it's coming. Its arrival time is 8:30. And that's usually give or take, a little bit depending on how the train is running. Something else that's really cool that I forget how many years this has been happening now. The Holiday
Handful.
Train Jamboree,
Yeah.
maybe 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Maybe this
With
is
the music?
at Christ Family Church, which is
Oh,
right on
sorry.
the other
Okay.
side of the railroad tracks. So it's they have done an amazing job of opening up that building for the community, and they have games.
Lots of people
and
come.
tons of people have come in the
It's a
past.
family event as well?
It's a family event, and that's a free event.
Oh, wow.
The Holiday Train Jamboree. They've got hot chocolate and popcorn and campfire and games and
So they basically
activities.
copied this.
They did, but actually we probably did.
fine.
I mean, just kidding. Yeah. So a really great event, the Holiday Train Jamboree, next week on Thursday.
Do you have to sign up for that in advance?
You do not need to sign up for that in advance, but again, it's, I believe, is there a free will donation at the Holiday Train Jamboree as well?
There is.
There
Remember our
is.
kitties
Food items.
walk around with those candy cans.
That's at
and
the train.
Oh,
But at the Jamboree, I think that you can drop off food shelf
Boy
items.
Scouts will be collecting
They'll be collecting.
non-perishable food items.
Look
They
at
will,
if
in
I were
fact.
reading,
Yeah.
reading the
I'm here to
document.
help.
Thank
Here
you.
to
I
help.
appreciate your help.
Yep.
Are you two going to take over my show when I'm gone?
I mean, we
What's gonna
could.
happen? Okay,
Yeah.
just checking here. Okay.
Can we
So-
have wine on this show?
I
'Cause
don't-
we could really do that.
It's a morning program,
Oh.
so probably
Well,
not.
sometimes we do it later. In the
Baileys and coffee. All right.
No, you're in a school. You can't.
Oh, that's
you know,
frowned upon.
that's such a.
Inappropriate.
No.
Bummer.
So,
Superintendent does not approve.
Oh, shoot. All right. We'd invite them, maybe.
So that's happening next week on Thursday. I'm not even sure who's on the train this year, but you can look it
Santa.
up. Well, Santa will be there.
Is
Comes
there
out
some
and
sort of
sings a song at the end.
musical-
Yes,
He's very
they have
busy
a
the
musical
next
guest,
week.
and
Well, it's a
just lot
good
of
thing
fun.
Santa, my friend Mo McNeary reminded me when I was talking about Santa, and so another aside, my husband is one of Santa's many helpers. That's what Mo reminded me of, that, you know, Santa has a lot of
It just
helpers.
makes sense, you
Yes.
being an elf and all.
It's all making, it's making
all
perfect sense. Full circle. Move on! So also connected with the holiday train, Hastings Family Service is sending out the coloring competition in the Friday folders. I believe these will be going out this week. So this is an activity that they do in the schools, and they get to choose one lucky kiddo that wins the coloring contest, and that is so much fun.
It is. We
When
have
we
this
go.
huge basket
Yeah.
from Family Service, and we go, I think it was last year we were at C's, maybe, I can't remember, but we go and we just surprise this little kiddo. So the parents and the family know about it, and so they meet us, and usually our friends at Hastings TV come with, and we just present this giant basket of gifts to
the kids
the
are like,
little kiddo. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
they don't want to stay at school anymore. So
Now they want to go home and
Yeah.
open
I mean,
their
who would?
basket.
And see what's in the basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that's next week. And
Okay.
then do you want to kick off with letters from Santa?
Oh my gosh, I would so love to.
It's so fun.
So this is a very magical thing. Children from the Haste, which is what I call Hastings, by the way, children can get a letter from Santa. The Haste, it's catching on.
That's all right.
Can get a letter from Santa, and it's very cool. It will get delivered Friday
Yeah,
before.
because Christmas Eve falls on Saturday, Christmas Day falls on Sunday, so the letters will be delivered from the North Pole, which is in Alaska. So this is really cool.
All right, so tell me how this works, because I mean, Santa's really busy,
Santa's
but wow.
so busy. He's singing at the holiday train. He's coming out to
Wow.
camp.
Wow.
He, mom and dad maybe, or grandma or grandpa.
Oh, so they're helpers.
assist a
They're
little
helpers.
bit. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep, the
And then-
Youth Impact Council.
Yeah, we have
elves.
our teenagers come and help as well. Lots of helpers.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, and so tell me a little bit more what happens here.
Okay, so first of all, there is a deadline of Friday, December 9th.
Okay.
There's a $5 fee.
Each letter.
Each letter, yes.
Okay.
And there's a form that you can download from the Hastings Community Ed website.
Okay.
Or you can stop by the office
Okay.
and pick up a form to fill out. And there's just some little information that
Okay,
you can
so
plug in.
what Santa needs to know is what
Yeah.
should he emphasize in his letter, like was there positive accomplishments or good
Right.
behavior? What's on the child's wish list that Santa will bring, which I think is important. One of
Yes.
our little friends over the Thanksgiving weekend showed me his list, and the first thing on there was an iPad and then
Well, sure.
an iPhone.
Oh.
Now he's 8. He's in second grade.
Yes.
But
Sure.
then, like 2 or 3 items down, it was like $2,000 to $3,000.
Probably not that, but
Luke, what are you going to do with $2,000 to $3,000? Well, he wasn't real forthcoming about what he had
Oh
planned
my
with that.
gosh,
Okay.
kids are fun,
Does the child have siblings or family members that Santa can note?
and
Does
I
the
love
child
that.
have family pets?
Yes.
And then anything else for Santa to include? So this is not just a form letter.
no, it
Correct.
is not. This is
Okay.
something that is personalized from Santa.
Okay, okay,
So,
and then we are getting those letters, and then we're sending them off to North Pole, Alaska.
Yes, that's right.
Where they will
Go to
postmark
Santa.
them.
They
Go
do.
to
They
Santa.
go to
He will
Santa.
read them first.
Yes.
Put his, whatever on it.
He'll put a signature on it and make sure it's all.
And then it comes. So
Yes.
that is amazing. Okay, so I've decided I want to do this. What
Excellent.
do I do next?
So glad to hear that. Write a
well,
check
I
out
will.
to Amy Rowan.
Oh, okay. The Amy Rowan Hawaii Vacation
Nailed
Fund.
it.
Yeah.
Nailed
That's right.
it.
No.
So what you'll need to do is you'll visit the Hastings Community Ed website.
Okay.
And if you go into there's 2 fields. Is it birth through 5 and
Yeah.
then
And then the youth.
right.
So either
you can
one of
click
those
on
has
either
it?
one of those
Okay.
and scroll down the page. You'll find the link to the forms that need to be printed off.
Okay.
And you can either mail it to our office at
Okay.
310 River Street in
Okay.
Hastings.
Okay.
or you can drop them off.
You can bring them to the Y too if you want.
Okay,
I'll get
so
them there.
now if I wanted to scan it or fax it, could I do that too?
Absolutely, you
All right.
can. Yes.
So scan it and then it would come to you?
Yes, yep, and that information is online. My email address, our contact phone number. So if you
Okay.
have any questions about how to get those forms in, I'm more than happy to help.
Okay, and now we just have to zero in here. So this is brought to us by our friends at the YIC.
Yep,
the
Youth Impact Council.
The Youth Impact Council, the Y, the City of Hastings Park and Rec,
Yes.
Hastings Community Ed, and the big guy.
Yep, that's right.
Santa Claus
Himself.
himself.
It's a very busy man.
Okay.
Yes.
So as I hear this, this is we have a couple events that are free.
We haven't even talked about the coin drive, which is my favorite event.
Oh, okay.
So we should talk about that a little bit
All
if we
right.
have time.
Okay, yes, we do.
So at the middle school, is it next week already?
No, it's the
No.
week after.
So, okay, so December 2nd,
I don't have the
through
dates
the
here, but
9th,
hold
I
on, let me
apologize.
see.
We've got it together, I
Okay, you
promise.
just start talking,
Okay,
and
great.
I'm going to
so
look
at the
up
middle
dates.
school,
Okay.
December 5th through 9th, we'll be doing our coin drive collecting. And this is my favorite event because we do a coin
Yes.
drive at the middle school and then we do a coin drive at the high school. And we use all of that money to adopt families from Hastings Family Service for Christmas. Last year we were able to adopt, I want to say 12 families.
I think it
Or was
tipped
it
to
more than that?
13.
Did it? Okay,
Yes.
so 13 families.
Yes.
Wow.
We take our teens that help through Student Impact at the middle school and Youth Impact Council at the high school, and we take them and we go count the money at Merchants Bank. They're always willing to
They've
let us
always
go
been a
there.
wonderful
They're
partner.
Because
incredible.
it would
Yes.
be really difficult if you had these big jars of coins
Correct.
and you had to do them yourself.
Yeah.
And that machine is
Yes,
just so much fun
it
to watch.
is, right?
And the kids, the middle
Yes.
school kids
Oh,
especially
they
love
just
that.
love it. And maybe a little too much because
Yeah.
then they get all excited and confused.
Yep.
So we count the money and then we take all the money, and I think it was like, I want to say it was like $3,300 last year.
Yeah.
And we
Wow.
take all the money and we take our students and we go shopping at Target and we buy everything off of these
Right.
adopt a family lists. And then we go back to the middle school and we wrap all the presents and we deliver them down to Hastings Family Service.
Right.
It is the best.
It is so much fun. Our students love it. They get to see what a difference they can make in our community, and that, you know, pocket change can add up quickly when you work together. So
And you know, I think sometimes we forget that right within our community, and
Yep.
though we're incredibly generous, we recently had a meeting with someone from Dakota County who talked about the demographics in Hastings, and 1 out of every 4 children in Hastings is on free and reduced lunch, and that we know that's always an underreported number,
Right.
because especially in the middle school and
Right.
high school, kids just no thank you, they're not going to
Yep.
get on free and reduced lunch. But so we have a lot of kids for whom
We do.
without Hastings Family Service and without the support that all sorts of families give to the Project Share,
Yeah, right.
there wouldn't be a Christmas for these families.
Right, and it's so fun for our teens that get to go out and, you know, they might not have little siblings or whatever, so they get to look at this list that says like 2-year-old boy, and they get to pick out toys for
Right.
this little 2-year-old, and then
Right.
they get to wrap it, and it
it's
just
a point of
means
connection,
something.
and they really do connect with those people that
Yeah.
they're being a blessing
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
So if your kiddos come home and they're asking for pocket change,
You know why.
this
Yeah.
is why.
It's not going to my Hawaii fund. It's actually going to
Okay,
the adoptive
okay.
family
Yes.
business.
Okay.
Yes.
And so this is just the middle school and the high school.
That's correct.
Okay.
So the middle school, December 5th through 9th, and the high school, what would be that be? 10th, 11th,
The-
12th through 16th?
The 16th.
Math.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll be
Nailed it.
delivering all of the gifts on December 16th to Hastings Family Service.
Yep.
And I believe that the pickups start the following day.
I
Wow.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And another project we have at Tilden is our holiday stocking project. So we every year put out stockings, holiday stockings, and we encourage people to take them home and decorate them.
Right.
And then they can also stuff them if they want. And those
Oh.
get donated to the Veterans Home.
Did you do this last year?
We
We've
did.
done this
Okay, I
for like
kinda
Yes.
remember it
5
now.
years
It's
now.
awesome.
It is
Yeah,
so
5
cool
or
to see
6
them
years.
come back into
Oh
the
my
office.
gosh, yeah,
like-
yeah. So they
just-
go to 360's communities, to the Lewis House, and
Excellent.
to the Veterans Home. Yeah, so
Right.
we make sure that you know, if they're going to the veterans home, they have things that they're mostly men there,
Right.
so that they're
That's
appropriate.
appropriate
And then
for that.
that the Lewis House and 360s, we make sure we have some for women and then some for kids.
And we do accept just the donations to stuff
Yep.
the stockings as
Yep.
well, right?
Yep.
So
Yeah, and Gabby Postiglione, who's our ABE coordinator, really.
Incredible last
I
name.
know,
That
isn't
is
it
a
a great name?
fantastic
Yeah,
last name.
almost as good as my son-in-law's Mastriani.
Yeah.
I mean, the two of them, if they ever got together, that would be
That'd be a
kinda
mouthful.
deadly. Yeah, yeah.
A lot of consonants.
So, but they, her mom used to do this. She and her mom used to do this. They used to
Sure.
actually sew the stockings, the
Oh
felt
my gosh,
stockings.
that's
I love that.
And so this year, Gabby went out and I think it's through Delta Dental, got a donation of 200 toothbrushes, toothpaste, and
Cool.
floss.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah,
that in too? That's
yeah,
very cool.
yeah. Because we always like to have that in
Right.
addition to the candy and you know stockings
Even it out,
and
you know.
yeah.
And do we have a list of what
So we do.
people can put in the stockings?
We do. So that that's available. Probably is on our website. I'll check and make sure
Sure.
that it's on there. But if you stop by Tilden and get a stocking, that list will be in there. And then one of the things that has turned out to be neat is Kids Campus has a family event coming up here in December, and what they do is they take stockings and as a family they decorate them and stuff them.
Well, that's awesome.
I know. So that has just been kind of gives me goosebumps that there are so
this
many
is such a great time of year. I just
wonderful
love it.
things
Yeah.
to do. Yeah, and you know, people step up here in a way that I've said this a number of different times, and to people who don't know anything about Hastings, that this
The
community, that this community steps up in a way I have not seen other communities do.
Yep.
It's just quite remarkable. Quite remarkable. So,
Well, they have good people here.
yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
we do.
So, happy holidays to you.
You
Yeah,
too.
and
To
to
both
you.
of you, thank you. Yeah, it'll be a little cray-cray with
Yep.
the grands, and you know we're learning with the babies how many of them are going to go after the trees.
Sure.
Yeah, so we have a bet going. The two little girls that are 13 months and 9 months, we figured they'll crawl over and they'll pull at the things at the bottom. But the 19th,
That's why you need the train. The
Yeah.
train is the
Well,
diversion,
I
That is
you know?
brilliant.
my son-in-law used to have it at the bottom, and now he puts it like in the middle of the I never saw
What?
anything like that.
That's
Well,
weird.
he
Wow,
loves
I
to
can't-
build stuff,
wow.
and
weird.
that's what he
That's a
says.
lot
but we'll
of-
see.
Not cool.
But anyway, but then I have a 19-month-old grandson who is a climber, and so our
yeah.
bet is that he will climb everybody's tree, and he'll be up at the top before we even know it. So it'll be a fun
Your
year.
angel at the top.
That's right. That's
right.
right.
That's
Throwing
right.
things at us, like you know. So it'll be good. All right. You know what? Thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
You guys have, and like I said, you have such a passion around this and such a heart around it. And one of the things that's just really impressed me as I've watched you do your work is these amazing relationships you form with the kids, and we know that. I mean, all the research will tell us that kids who are maybe feeling a little marginalized or not connected, if they have that relationship, that makes the difference. You know, that I've even seen research that says kids who are involved in like YIC and
Youth and
Student
Government?
Impact and YIG too,
Yep.
even if they don't want to come to school, they will come because of that and that relationship they have with you. So thank you for everything you do in our
I love it.
community.
It's the best part of my
Yeah.
job. I love it.
Yeah, good. Well, happy holidays to everyone, and we'll see you next month.